back to my channel. Today I'm making slutty brownies. I'm doing it for my mom's friend. She really wanted me to make something like from scratch because I really like to bake and everything. So I'm gonna make them and I'm just gonna hang out with y'all while I do it, which is a little off, but like we're just gonna roll with it. I have the actual like recipe pulled up on my laptop, so I'm gonna do that. I went to the store yesterday and I made like a whole little list and like I have every ingredient that I need written down and like the portions and everything. So a little background, like a slutty brownie is, it's a layer of cookie dough. So you make cookie dough and you put that at the bottom of the pan. You put Oreos on top of that and then you pour brownie mix all over the top and then you bake that for a while. What we're doing actually is after we bake them, we're putting raspberry drizzle on top because like raspberry chocolate, like a good match. So that's, okay, currently, so we have our mixer. So pretty, I know, she's freaking gorgeous. I like separate the ingredients. So this is all like the wet ingredients, sugar, eggs, butter, vanilla extract, and then over here is like our dry ingredients. We have baking soda, baking powder, cocoa powder, salt, flour. Okay, so we're actually gonna make the brownie layer from scratch and we're gonna make the cookie dough, the cookie layer from scratch. So our ingredients are set up, everything you need for the brownies and chocolate chips. We're gonna start with the brownie mix because that's gonna take longer to make because we're gonna have to heat up like cocoa powder. I haven't made these in a while, so I have my little recipe card. That is not focusing. Whatever, it's on the laptop. So we're going to just follow it. And on like the other slide I have. So what we're doing right now is I'm going to melt the butter. We're doing the brownie layer. I'm going to take 10 tablespoons of butter, which is like a stick and one other little part. You're in my microwave, so that's what that is. And so you're gonna take 10 tablespoons. I'm gonna melt that, and then we're gonna add the cocoa powder and mix it together, I'm pretty sure. And then you remove it from heat and you add the sugar and everything else. Okay, cancel what I said. So what actually is about to happen, fuck. Okay, so like 1 stick of butter has 8 tablespoons in it, so we're gonna put this all in the pot. We're gonna put the whole stick goes in the pot. And then we're going to get 2 more. We're gonna cut a little, so we also have half sticks, so we're gonna cut the half stick in half and get the other 2 tablespoons. So the biggest thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to burn the butter, we just want it to be melted. So what we're actually going to do is get a whisk and just, not even a whisk, we're going to get a spatula. We're going to use this tool to just help us melt this butter. Okay, so currently I'm getting together the cocoa powder and the sugar. So I'm just combining them together in like a little bowl because it doesn't have to be separated because we're about to combine them together. But I'm also removing, like I'm taking the butter and I'm switching it back and forth between heat and off heat because I don't want it to burn. Okay, so bringing the butter back on the heat. So in a bowl we have 1 1/4 cup, what is it? Sugar and then 3/4 cocoa powder. So since we're making brownies, like obviously it has to have cocoa powder. That's like where that comes from. That's why we need it. So we're gonna combine this, and then after we combine the butter and the sugar, like we're gonna melt the butter. Once the butter is melted, we're gonna combine, we're gonna add the sugar and cocoa powder. And then once that is evenly mixed together, we're gonna take it off the heat and we're gonna add everything, including, I'm looking at the recipe. We're gonna add salt, vanilla, and the eggs. And then we're gonna stop there until we're ready, and then we'll add the flour. And then that layer will be ready, but we're just gonna put it aside as we do everything else. Okay, So now that we have our chocolate mixture-esque, we're going to go ahead and add everything else, including the salt, vanilla, and the eggs. So we're going to crack 2 eggs. We're going to add those in. And after you crack your eggs, you're going to want to go wash your hands because, I don't know why exactly, but grossness. That's why I'm going to say. Okay, so now we're going to add our salt, which is just a little bit. So the way we do that is we're just going to measure it in here. And then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We're going to mix that together. Okay, so now that we have all of the wet-esque dry ingredients combined, we're gonna add half a cup of flour, and then we're just gonna set it aside as we do all the other layers, because this is the one that's going on top of everything. So it's super important, but it's the last one we're gonna worry about once it's done. I want you guys to see this because I think this is really pretty. So I think that it's so pretty when you mix chocolate and flour. Like, I just think it's really pretty. So okay, so right now I'm waiting for the butter to get soft, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all of my dry ingredients into this little bowl. Besides, actually I'll go ahead, I'm gonna put flour, salt, baking powder, and baking soda all into this bowl. So that way, after I cream together the butter and sugar, I can add the egg, I can add the vanilla, and then I can add the dry ingredients, and then it'll be done. So that way, that's already out of the way. Okay, so now we're gonna...
I don't see how you can hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in. Leg out. Yellow model G. Yellow bottom sipping. Yellow Lamborghini. Yellow top missing. Yeah, yeah. That shit look like a toupee. I get what you get in 10 years. In 2 days. Ladies.
So now we're gonna add the chocolate chips. It's like the most exciting part ever. But you do this last because you don't want to break the chocolate chips with the mixer. So you fold them in. You just gently combine them. Cookie dough layer. So next we're gonna arrange the Oreos on top of it. So now that we have our Oreo layer laid down, we're gonna just pour the brownie batter right on top of it. Okay, we have all 3 layers combined. I'm gonna put this in the oven and it's gonna be in there for like 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm gonna clean up the rest of this mess and then we're gonna work on the drizzle. Okay guys, okay, so brownies are done. The pan is kind of hot, so I get like an oven mitt and I can show you kind of what they look like. I just made the raspberry sauce. It's actually really, really good. I just tried it. It's like all red and stuff. But yeah, so they're not the prettiest right now, but they will be because I'll cut them, then we'll put raspberry sauce on top of it and have it with some ice cream or however you want to have it. It'll be pretty, but I'll show you guys the end product when I'm all done. But thanks for watching and I hope you guys have a great day.